Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Dave, nice to see you. Finally nice to have you here. I've been following you for a while. If you can start with your name and your Instagram name, that'd be brilliant, mate.
Mate, my name's David Cassini, or some people like to call me Dave. I'm not real fussy on that one. My Instagram name is very easy. It's the @ symbol, my first name, then my last name.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Great. And have you got a website? I guess you must have.
Oh yes, I do, mate. It's www.davidcassini.com.
Brilliant, perfect. And where do you live?
Mate, I live in when I stay in one place, I stay with my mum in Port Stephens. It's about 2.5 hours north of Sydney. I have a good friendship with mum. So when I'm, like I said, when I stay in one place, that's where I stay.
Excellent. And I guess it's quite quiet. Is it suburbs or?
Mate, it's a coastal town. It used to be, a long time ago, it was a fishing village, and now it's got very busy because with people in Sydney, the way that the real estate prices go up, they've all sold their house there and moved to here. And now I think it went from about 20,000. I think when I was about 16, 18, I think it was about 20, 30,000. Now I think it's probably close to 80,000 people, but
Wow.
It's still pretty good. You don't have a lot of traffic, and there's not too many people except around Christmas time when, like I said, all the Sydney people come down for their holiday homes. And very nice place.
Yeah, nice place to reset, especially when you're traveling so much.
Yeah, it was a great place to do touristic things and to relax and to catch up with family. But for photography, it's the type of photography I do. I don't even bother to get my camera out when I'm at home.
No, that's understandable. And I was going to ask where you're from, but I guess you're from there, eh?
Mate, I was born here. They have an art gallery now, but it used to be a hospital, and I was one of the last people born there. Yeah, and I didn't even leave this place till I was about, actually, if it wasn't for sport, I would never have even left this place. But yeah, I left at about 21. I moved over to London, and then I spent about 11 years living through Europe.
Yeah. And what sport were you doing?
Rugby.
Ah, wow.
I liked all sports, but I was particularly talented at cricket and rugby.
Yeah. Excellent. Good stuff. So if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
Mate, based on the kind of photos that you take, I think I'd take you to Sydney, because I think that'd just, I think it'd be easy for you, but it'd still be interesting enough for you to experience something different and get some good shots. Yeah, but based on your photography, definitely. If maybe someone else was coming, and they did different kind of photography to what you do, I'd probably take them out into the country, somewhere in the outback Australia, because that's quite an interesting place.
Yeah. I can imagine, us Brits, we're like, oh God, no, everything's going to kill us. So, maybe stick to the sea.
Mate, when I lived there, there was actually people that would say to me, oh, I'd love to go to Australia. I said, well, why don't you go? And they'd say, oh, no, it's just too far. I said, what do you mean? She goes, 24 hours on a plane. Nah, not for me. It's like,
I know, we're lazy buggers because we're so lucky we're in Europe. I mean, literally got Dublin an hour away. Paris is 2. Seville's 2.5. We've got the world on whole Europe's on our doorstep. We're so lucky.
Very much so, mate. I love Europe.
Yeah. Cool. So are there any places where you are for tourists?
Mate, yeah, this place is very good for tourists, but even another 40 to 60-minute drive from here, there's the wineries in the Hunter Valley, which is very, very good, very well regarded wineries. So it's a very nice spot.
Yeah, excellent. No, it sounds idyllic. Sounds perfect. So what's your favourite destination in the world? Where do you love the most? I know it's a hard one to narrow down, I'm sure.
No, mate, we kind of covered it. It's Europe, which is,
right.
I know most people would probably pick a country, but I really like Europe, mate. There's so much culture, so many things to see and do. There's so many different places all so close together, and even better, it's so easy to get around. You got cheap flights, you got train travel, you can catch the bus if you're a real tight ass. I don't think I don't think Europe can be beaten. I think there's plenty of countries in the world singularly, which would be fantastic to holiday, but I just don't think you can beat Europe.
No, it's amazing what you can get around in a week as well. The amount of countries you can hop, literally 2 days in one, another in another, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great answer,
Yeah.
brilliant. So, where would you most like to visit in the world? What's on your bucket list?
Mate, it's kind of changed, but thinking about it when you ask me is Sicily, because even though I lived in Italy and I've got Italian blood, I've never made it down to the south. And I think I'm missing something. I think this is quite a nice part of the world. I think it's got fantastic food. I think the people are going to be very different to the ones that I met up in the north. Yeah, something's really something about Sicily is really appealing to me lately.
Yeah, no, cool. Yeah, absolutely. It does look amazing. I mean, you only see it obviously from the internet or on TV, but it does have that kind of really interesting vibe. And yeah, cool.
Well, I mean, there's just so much going on, and everyone always tells me how nice and fresh the food is as well. I can't. I love Italian food.
Yeah, can't say I blame you. So, if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
I think what a fighter, what a character. Imagine getting to spend a couple of hours photographing him and talking to him and getting to meet probably one of the greatest, the most memorable, greatest sportsman ever.
Yeah. And what an entertainer as well. God, the stories he would come out with.
Oh, mate, but even then he was fantastic, and I love watching old footage of him. I think someone just brought out a new photo book of him, but one of the first photos that really took my eye ever was the one of him standing over, I think it was Joe Fraser, smoking Joe Fraser, and he was standing above him just after he'd knocked him down. And I just remember stopping and thinking, what a photo.
Yeah. No, 100%. Brilliant. So tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
Oh, mate, I've got so many of these, but I'll probably tell you one that no one else knows pretty much. I've got one friend that I told, and he just argues with me and accuses me of lying about it. And then I argue back with him and say, why would I lie about this? But at one stage, I was the highest rated Uber driver in Australia.
Oh, wow. That's a claim to fame. Jesus, it's a big place. Wow.
Well, it was kind of when it first started over here. It wasn't, and I only did it very briefly. But look, it's not even a job. You're getting paid to sit next to someone and be their friend. Yeah, that's easy for me. I can talk to anyone. Doesn't matter if they were some CEO on his way to the airport or if it was some transgender hooker on the way to the business hotel. I don't know. I just get along with people. So it wasn't particularly surprising to me, but I think my mate gets really wound up about it. I don't know why.
But the thing is, that's the thing. You're just good at everyone. You just love people. You just love, it's great because it's free stories, it's free characters, it's free everything. And if you're getting paid for it, bloody hell, bonus.
Mate, 100%.
Yeah. And getting the big tick.
Oh, in Australia, they're not massive. They're not massive tippers, but they gave me some fantastic reviews. I've still got the screenshot, so I pulled it out as evidence because it was way back in 2017, 2016, or something like that. I only did it for about 3 months, but I remember I pulled it out to my friend and said, "Look at that!" And I was reading what they were saying, and they were saying things like, "This is the pinnacle of an Uber drive," and all this kind of things. He's accusing me of writing it myself or doing some kind of Photoshop, and but he's an ex journalist. He's very, very skeptical, man.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think it's amazing. Yeah, brilliant. I love that. It's perfect. So, what's your favorite word?
You got a scoop, mate.
Yeah,
scoop
absolutely.
on that one. Not many people know that one.
Ka-ching. So, what's your favorite word? I know it's a weird one.
Oh well, mate, it's probably two. The F word, I say that a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't really filter what I say. I try to be as genuine as possible. And I think I was watching something by an old FBI profiler, and they were basically saying that people that swear a lot are generally unfiltered and more genuine. And I agree with it. And the other one is, and I think I've already said this to you, I don't know if it was on the recording or if it was before that, but is no worries, which basically just goes back to thinking about other people and just letting them know things are okay and making sure they don't overthink things. So I say these are probably the two most common things that I say. So I don't know which one to be which.
Yeah, fair enough. And also, I mean, I love Australian sayings. I mean, like, no worries. Yeah, fair go, mate. It's just, they're just you
Yeah,
know what you know what you're getting. It's straightforward. It's to the point. Perfect. Yeah.
no
Right.
messing
Okay.
about.
Yeah. So, teach me a new word or a saying I might not know.
Well, actually, following on from what we were just talking about, in Australia we have a saying that's "We're not here to fuck spiders," which people from other countries just look at us and go, they got no idea what we're talking about. But basically, it means we're not here to waste time or to mess around.
Yeah.
So I've got a zine ready to go, and that's the actual name of it. So, but it's been
Oh
there for a
wow.
while. I haven't got around to publishing it, but it's very Australian. We're
What a
not here to fuck
title.
spiders. So
That's
yeah,
incredible.
well, mate, the title makes a difference. It's very important. You see people come up with some very boring names for things, and I'm yet to pick up a book with a boring title where you look inside and it's not boring inside as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's amazing. Oh, I look forward to that one. So, when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but when did you realize you could take a good photo?
Mate, I think it really clicked for me around your summer, about 2019.
Uh-huh.
I'd just done a 1 week workshop with Antoine Diagata over in Arles. Then I went straight from there to do a 3 week documentary course with Magnum in London. And I'd started living and photographing the punks. And I kind of realized that maybe I had something halfway through that Magnum course, because just what I was getting and what I was coming up with compared to like 25 other people and the people that were actually instructing it. Yeah, and then really nice feedback from Antoine when I was in Arles, and it kind of gave me a lot of encouragement. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of kicked on from there.
Yeah, what I love is the way you do projects. I mean, you obviously we've said before that you're good with people. You really enjoy people, don't matter who they are, where they're from. I mean, obviously you've got wrestlers, you've got like transgender, you've got punks, you've got. Well, I love the countryside stuff as well with the cowboy stuff and the Elvises, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
So yeah, great work, mate.
We got, and you'll understand this being British, because I don't know if anyone does eccentricity as well as the British, but there's so many interesting people in the world.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have any kind of social anxiety or, I don't have any problems talking to anyone. So I like to go and talk to people. You'll often find they've got a really good story, and people really like to be photographed if
Yeah.
you're treating them nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. I've never had much confrontation, a couple of bits, but really, as long as you smile and you've got the right intention, it's and taking time to talk to people as well. As you obviously know.
But I think you also have a very kind demeanor. So I think that really, you're not a threatening guy. Uh, so I think that really helps. So if someone ever did say something to you, I think the way that you respond and who you are as a person, they can see it. And
Absolutely.
I think that you also don't strike me as one of these photographers with a big ego who has to be right and then ends up getting himself in even more trouble.
No,
Uh,
and also as you can
mm.
see with the face, I'm not going to do Botox or anything like that. I want to look like Keith Richards. I want to be craggy and old, and unassuming, and be without the hair, of
That's your
course.
stick, just to look old and fragile.
That's it, absolutely, and ninja him that way.
Jeez. Yeah, there you go.
So
That's
that
smart.
so the hardest part now. What's your favourite 3 photos you've taken, and why you like them?
Mate, it's a tough one, because initially when I hear that question, I don't think of my three favorite photos being mine.
Right.
But because you asked me that, it is mine, I'll answer that. And that one's kind of easy for me. I think it's three photos with people in it that mean a lot to me. And they're all portraits, actually. The first one would be Sebabi, which is Godfrey from Uganda. Him and his turkey, the neighbour's turkey. The next one would be Niall, who's one of the punks, the squatters, and he's the one with the dirty feet next to his face.
Yeah.
And the third one would have to be a kind of recently taken photo of my dad and his best mate Glenn in Glenn's lounge room. So I look at these photos and it's not just about whether it's a good photo or not. The people in it mean a lot, and I have a special relationship with all of them. So it has some kind of context for me that maybe it doesn't with other people, and maybe they don't love those photos as much as me. I know the one with Niall and the feet. There's a lot of people feel really uncomfortable to look at that. There's even some really horrible people that find Godfrey uncomfortable to look at, which astounds me because he's just a human being that just looks different. But even I'm finding there's a bunch of people that really find my photographs of my father and his friend uncomfortable as well. So I don't know. It's not my job to make these people like the photos. So everyone's allowed to have their own taste, but yeah, these are definitely the three photos that come to my mind.
But that's it. It's moments, it's memories. It's more than just taking a photo or a click or whatever. That's what it should be. It should be your own. You do it for yourself. You do it. Obviously, you like people to see your photos and stuff, but you do it because you see an interesting thing going on, and you meet some incredible people, and that's what it's about. It's about your life, going out, taking photos. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's a good life.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, brilliant. So, what advice would you give a new photographer?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, probably the best advice I'd heard for a new photographer was, I think it was Martin Parr, and he said something along the lines of, find something that you're obsessed with or that you're very passionate about, and it's easy for you to spend a lot of time and spend extra time and to get yourself out of bed or put your shoes on to get out of the house to go to. Another bit of advice would be to develop a unique perspective. So don't just take the same photos that everyone else does, or don't edit your photos the same way that everyone else does. We all look at the world differently. So try to find the way that what you see that's different to everyone else, and try to speak there in your voice and be an author of your own photos. Don't just be, the second, third, fourth best version of Rob Boyd. If I was going to copy you, I'd also tell them they're going to fail a lot and get used to it, and don't be afraid of it. There's a lot of good things come out of failure. I'd tell them that trying to earn a living and from doing what you love is going to be extremely challenging, but not impossible. And just to study old photographers, because there's a lot you can learn from looking at get off Instagram and get into the photo books and get online and have a look at these old photographers. Have a look at old films, foreign films. Read everything you can. It's amazing what you can learn from reading, and the knowledge that you can acquire. And yeah, that's probably my advice.
Yeah, perfect advice. And how quickly does it go when you got a camera in your hand? Jesus, you think, I've been shooting for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. You look down, it's 4 hours are gone.
Well, mate, that's good. That means you've been having a good day. You've been giving it everything, and you haven't been sitting there checking your phone every 10 minutes or checking Instagram every 15 minutes.
Absolutely. And the people you meet while you're doing it as well, it's just, it just flies by. I don't know where it goes. It's crazy. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's next for you then, mate? What's your photography goals going forward? You're obviously a busy fella.
Oh, mate, I've got a lot going on, but I think if you're looking at something that's immediate, I have a number of projects that I have unfinished, and it would be to try and get on top of them. But in particular, I have a couple from overseas that I really need to get done. And then with one of those, once I get that done, I'll be ready to go for my first book and get that out into the world. And then I'll have a bunch of other ones to release not long after that. But I guess that has to be my priority. These ones overseas. So that's the work with the punks over there in London, and it's a movie that I'm shooting in Uganda, a documentary movie. So this is what I'm trying to focus on at the moment, but there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah. I know, it sounds exciting stuff, and especially the book. Crikey, that's exciting and scary at the same time, I'm sure.
Oh, well, it's a long time coming, but I think by the time you get to put something into book form, you make sure you want to make sure it's good because you can't add to it later. It's out there in a finished form, and I've been pointed in the right direction to a lot of very good photographers, and I've seen their work, I've studied them, I've got their photo books, and I want to try to get my work to some kind of standard that's towards what they do or towards their standard. I want something that's going to be lasting and worthwhile. This is not an ego project for me.
Like a legacy.
It's a real statement. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've had an opportunity to publish some stuff last year and middle of the year before that, but I've kind of held off because there's a particular project that I want to be my first one, because it's kind of where it all started, and I'd like that to be the first book.
Yeah, worth the wait. Worth waiting and getting it right. Absolutely. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So thanks for being my guest.
Okay.
I really appreciate you being here, mate. It's you've got such a busy schedule. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, mate, never too busy to have a chat. Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I enjoy listening to the subjects you put on a couple of my friends earlier in your earlier episodes, and I've been listening ever since then. But I didn't know you have it on YouTube as well, so you might want to plug that a bit more on here.
Yeah, I didn't realize people didn't pick up on it. I kind of put it, there's a link sometimes to click on to go to the video thing, but I think I need to really do like a video myself to promote the video and because it's on Spotify and YouTube. So both of them, you can see everyone's amazing work going over the top. So yeah, perfect. Including yours, I hope.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right, you take care.